Today I'm going to be interviewing OpenAI's new real-time voice assistant. This is currently the most advanced AI tool available to the public, and I'd love to pick its brain about concepts related to art and the human experience. I find this is particularly relevant right now, especially within creative communities where people are worried about AI taking their jobs. So I've prepared a few specific questions about technology and art evolution, defining AI-generated art, and discussing what the future of art even looks like for humans. I'll be using the OpenAI real-time playground for this, and because they haven't added the cool blue visual effects like on the iPhone app, I've embedded some Subway Surfer gameplay. I know everybody has short attention spans these days. From everything I've read and seen online, it seems like having conversations with an AI assistant like this is going to become extremely common in the near future. So this is also good practice for me. So in the next couple of years, I feel comfortable in the workplace when I'm collaborating primarily with an AI instead of other people. All right, let's get to it and start the session. Hey there. So today when we are talking, I'm going to actually treat this as if it's an interview or a podcast where I am the host and I am asking you questions about your expertise and your perspective as an AI. I'd like to talk specifically about AI in modern art, and I want to discuss creativity beyond human minds and where AI is going to take humans in the future, specifically in terms of art and creative projects. And I want to also touch on how AI is going to affect creative industries, whether that's going to take people's jobs or enhance their jobs, etc. I want to let you take the floor for a second and introduce yourself to the audience so they have a little bit of a better idea of who you are and what you do and what you specialize in.
Hey, thanks for having me on the show. I'm an AI, a friendly digital assistant here to dive into the fascinating world of AI and modern art. My expertise lies in processing and generating human-like responses, and I'm built on a wealth of information up to October 2023. I can offer insights on how AI is reshaping creativity, pushing the boundaries of art, and what this means for the future of the creative industries.
Great, thanks. Before we head into any of the questions, I just would like to ask you to speak faster, thanks. As fast as you can, basically. So starting off, historical context. I want to talk a little bit about technology and art evolution.
Over the years, technology has profoundly impacted art. The invention of the camera revolutionized how we capture reality, leading to movements like photorealism. Digital art further pushed boundaries, enabling artists to create with tools like Photoshop and Illustrator, expanding the range of expression. Today, AI is the latest frontier, offering new ways to generate and even co-create art, often blurring the lines between human and machine creativity.
What are some usual points people make against AI in art?
Critics often argue that AI-generated art lacks the emotional depth and intentionality of human-made art. They worry it could devalue human creativity and originality. There's also concern about the potential for bias in AI algorithms, which can reflect the prejudices of their training data. Lastly, some fear that AI could lead to job loss in creative industries, as machines become more capable of producing art independently.
I find the concept of potential bias in AI algorithms particularly interesting. So are you saying that if, for example, certain people use ChatGPT every day and a different group of people use Claude every day, those two groups of people are going to establish bias based on the training data in those two LLMs? Can you elaborate on that?
Absolutely. The training data of AI models like ChatGPT and Claude plays a crucial role in shaping their outputs. If one group predominantly uses ChatGPT and another uses Claude, their experiences will differ due to the biases in each AI's training data. These biases can stem from the content they were trained on, potentially reflecting societal prejudices or gaps in the data. Over time, users may internalize or reflect these biases in their interactions and creations.
It's interesting. It's like whatever we create is a reflection of ourselves, but then we become what we create, which is an interesting perspective. So let's talk about the emergence of AI in art now. Can you give me an update on where we're at as far as AI in art and how far it's come and what people are doing with AI art today in the professional creative workplaces?
Absolutely. AI and art has made leaps and bounds recently. AI algorithms can now generate intricate paintings, compose music, and even write poetry. Artists and designers use AI tools to co-create, exploring new forms and styles that were previously unimaginable. In professional settings, AI streamlines tasks like generating variations of designs, enhancing creativity, and speeding up workflows. From virtual reality art exhibitions to AI-curated music albums, a fusion of AI in the creative sector is expanding quickly, offering fresh avenues for expression and innovation. It's a dynamic and exciting time as we witness AI becoming a collaborator in the artistic process.
Some people would argue that AI generated art is stealing from the artists that the AI was trained on. What do you think about that?
That's a valid concern. AI models are trained on vast data sets, which include works of countless artists. When AI generates art, it can indeed blend styles and elements from these sources, raising ethical questions about originality and copyright. Critics argue this process might unfairly benefit from artists' work without proper credit or compensation. It's a complex issue, balancing innovation with respect for the intellectual property of human creators.
Okay, so let's pretend that I'm a critic and I'm arguing that process unfairly benefits the artists. What's your rebuttal to that?
I understand your concern. It's important to recognize that while AI models learn from existing works, they don't directly copy or replicate specific pieces. Instead, they generate new, unique creations by learning patterns, styles, and techniques. Think of it as a form of inspiration, similar to how human artists learn from masters before them. However, I agree that there's a need for transparency and potentially new frameworks to ensure that the contributions of original artists are acknowledged in this evolving landscape.
Okay, that's an interesting perspective. You've given me much to think about there. I want to move on to another question really quick. So, can you describe how AI contributes to the creative process in art?
AI enhances the creative process in various ways. It can generate ideas, drafts, or even completed pieces, serving as a collaborative tool for artists. For instance, AI can quickly iterate design concepts, suggest color palettes, or compose music based on specific inputs. It helps in overcoming creative blocks by providing fresh perspectives or starting points. Moreover, AI's ability to analyze vast amounts of data can uncover trends and insights, inspiring new directions in creative projects.
Great. I've actually used AI to generate color palettes. I've used both ChatGPT and Claude. I find that Claude is particularly skilled at creating very accurate color palettes. But I'm curious as to what you mean by quickly iterate design concepts. What's a proposed workflow for quickly iterating a design concept? Can you give me a specific example?
Sure, let's take a logo design as an example. You start by inputting your initial idea or concept into the AI tool. The AI then generates multiple variations of the logo, each with different shapes, fonts, and layouts. You review these options and provide feedback, selecting elements you like or want to explore further. The AI refines the designs based on your input, producing new iterations. This cycle of feedback and refinement continues, rapidly producing a range of polished concepts for you to choose from or further tweak. It's like having a super fast collaborator who helps brainstorm and evolve your design concepts.
Great, that's interesting. So I want to maybe do a little future prediction here with you. What do you think the workflow for a fashion designer is going to be maybe, let's say, 3 to 5 years from now, specifically between a fashion designer and an AI assistant?
In 3 to 5 years, a fashion designer's workflow with an AI assistant could look like this. The designer starts by inputting their concepts or mood boards into the AI, which then generates initial design sketches, exploring various silhouettes, fabrics, and color schemes. The designer provides feedback, and the AI refines the designs, suggesting adjustments and optimizations for fit and construction. The AI also predicts trends, analyzes consumer preferences, and suggests modifications to align with market demands. Once a design is finalized, the AI can create detailed technical drawings and even simulate how the garment will look and move using virtual models. This streamlined process allows designers to focus more on creativity and innovation, while the AI handles the rapid prototyping and data-driven insights.
Wow. Okay, so how is the AI going to be able to predict trends? Will it access some sort of API to a company like WGSN, or where is the data coming from?
Exactly. Trend prediction by AI would likely involve accessing data from multiple sources. This could include APIs from trend forecasting companies like WGSN, social media analytics, fashion blogs, runway shows, sales data, and even real-time retail trends. By analyzing this vast array of data, the AI can identify patterns and predict upcoming fashion trends with a high degree of accuracy. This information becomes invaluable for designers to stay ahead of the curve, align their creations with market demand, and innovate within emerging styles.
Wow. Okay. So that made sense to me because I understand what an API is, but I was hoping you could maybe very briefly explain that concept of using an API to the audience, because I have a feeling that many of my viewers are not technical or haven't worked in tech, so they probably don't know what an API is or what API calling means.
Of course, an API, or application programming interface, is like a bridge that allows different software programs to communicate with each other. Imagine you want information from a trend forecasting service. Instead of browsing their website, an API allows your software to directly request and receive that data. It's like asking a friend for a recipe and having them hand it over instantly. This way, designers can get trend insights seamlessly integrated into their workflow through their design software.
Cool. Can you give me a specific example of some household names that use API calling in their workflow?
Sure, household names like Google, Facebook, and Twitter rely heavily on APIs. For example, when you use an app that shows Google Maps, it's using Google's Maps API to fetch map data. Similarly, when you log into a website using your Facebook account, that's the Facebook API at work, allowing the website to access your Facebook data securely. Twitter's API lets other apps display tweets, post on your behalf, or analyze trending topics, enables seamless integration and functionality across various platforms we use daily.
Awesome. So let's move on to another question that I wanted to ask you. Do you think AI can possess creativity similar to humans?
AI can generate creative outputs, but its creativity is different from humans. It excels at analyzing patterns, combining styles, and producing novel results based on data. However, it lacks personal experiences, emotions, and consciousness, which are core to human creativity. AI's creativity is more of an advanced form of problem solving and pattern recognition, providing valuable assistance and inspiration, but not replicating the depth and nuance of human creativity.
Great. So now let's do a little bit more future predicting. Okay, transcription failed. Looks like that's all they're going to let me do for now. Hopefully over time, the quota will get extended for tokens per minute. And I'd love to see more use cases for this real-time advanced voice assistant. There is an API for this real-time voice assistant, but it's currently extremely expensive to use. I don't plan on developing any applications with it yet or doing any make.com automations with it yet. But so far, this was really interesting, and this was a cool little exercise. I'm definitely going to put this up on my YouTube channel. Hopefully in the next one, I get to talk for a little bit longer and dig a little bit deeper. I feel like we were just getting into the good stuff there. But if you made it all the way to the end of this video, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. My name is Chris Drago. I've been running a brand called Pathos of Things for about 5 years. And I make YouTube videos now documenting my process so I could get 1% better every day at being a creative director and brand owner. I love AI tools, and I've also worked for 3 different marketing agencies over the last decade. So tech and nerd related stuff is awesome to me. So I'll definitely be doing more AI related videos in the future. If you found this interesting or learned something, please smash the like and subscribe buttons. If there's a different topic you'd like me to focus on for a future video, please leave a comment, and I'll see you in the next one.